I don't know if you guys have been reading online today, but Vince McMahon has been hit with a brand new lawsuit. This guy has been getting hit left and right from allegations behind the scenes, misconduct, his own daughter resigning, the company being up for sale, rumors about Saudi Arabia. All that crazy shit went down in just 24 hours? Can we take a little break? So the new lawsuit has to do with him forcing his way back as an executive. While he was being investigated, while he was going through all that drama way back when, it wasn't that long ago, it was just a few months ago, right? He stepped down and retired. He gave up all his responsibilities from the board members, executive roles, managing the product, producing, directing, all that stuff. He gave it up. He said, I'm retiring. It's my time. WWE then, now, forever, right? That was his simple statement to all of us. Now it is being reported that when he, quote unquote, went into retirement, this guy actually posted and left a game plan behind for the company to get listed for sale. And that's not really what he's getting hit with. He's getting hit with weaseling his way back into the company, into the executive role that he's now in. And look, guys, a lot of people are questioning whether he's back in control of creative. Is Triple H gone? Is Nick Khan no longer CEO? Well, Nick Khan was brought onto the team in the first place to sell WWE, to help him facilitate the deal. Nick Khan is a businessman, a very well-known agent in the industry, and that's what he was brought on board for. And this was always going to happen, all right? WWE was always going to go up for sale, and it was bound to happen sooner or later. But I think with all the allegations and all the negative things that come with that, it accelerated the process and it created this whole like tsunami, if you will. It was like cause and effect, where we went into like they shifted, right? Everything shifted. Management, CEO positions, creative decisions, just everything shifted. And everyone seemed like there were brighter days ahead, right? Everyone was excited. All the wrestlers were looking forward to showing up to work. But ever since he returned, someone I think that from what I read, I think it's someone that was part of the board members or another executive. I don't know who it is. I've mentioned this on stream and in other videos. There are so many people that work in WWE behind the scenes that we'll never know of. But whatever. Point is, one of those unsung heroes is sticking their neck out, and they actually went to court and filed a lawsuit. They're suing Vince McMahon because they're claiming that he pretty much cheated the system to come back into power. No one wanted him back as an executive. No one needed him back to facilitate a sale, but he's cornering them and forcing them. He's pretty much holding the company hostage. He's like, if I'm not on board and I'm not in the negotiations, well, then we're just not going to strike a deal. And everyone within the company, believe it or not, they want to do the deal. They want to sell to a new owner, hopefully Comcast, Disney, Fox, something like that. I know everyone was wilding out because last night it was being reported by plenty of people confirming that Saudi Arabia or a group in Saudi Arabia had put together enough funds to purchase WWE. But like I stated last night, it's just not the reality of the situation. That was probably sent out there by someone within WWE to try to create this chaos. But yeah, that's another topic for another video. Point is, this guy just can't stay away from the courts and the allegations and the issues. And in my opinion, he just needed to stay home. He had one job. Just stay home. Don't come back. Don't ruin what we have salvaged, right? Because everyone thought WWE would be doomed, but with all these moving parts, we saw Triple H take control right away, and the dynamic shifted. You know, pay-per-views are selling out, or the premium events are selling out. the excitement online, the trends, everything is just upward. Mr. McMahon cannot stay retired because he's coming back. Result Stephanie McMahon. Wait, what do you mean? No, DJ, I don't know. I think you've been misinformed. Comcast is now reported to be the favorite to buy. Byron, I don't know where you read that. I haven't read that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they have to be one of the top ones. But we got Trout and Brian here. Brian, we'll start with you. What do you make of all of this? Do you think that Vince McMahon could have easily sold WWE without returning, or do you think it's really needed for him to be there, or it's just his ego?
Um, I think he wants to come back to like secure like a spot. So like for instance, WWE has always been a private company,
Yeah,
right? So it was owned by his father, owned by him, and everything like that.
yeah,
And I think I don't remember when. I think like probably like 2002 or
yeah. They
2005
went
or something
public.
like
They
that.
went to
They
Wall
went
Street.
public,
Yeah,
so people can buy stocks and stuff like that. So he cut a deal with basically like he kept 40% of the company, like 40% of the
yeah.
company, and 60% went to stocks. But the deal was that his 40%, because every board member gets one vote,
Okay.
so every 40% of his is worth like 3 or 4 votes or something like that. So even though
Yeah,
he technically owns less of the company, his votes basically count more like toward like he owns basically 80% of the decisions
yeah. That's what I read online.
and
That was like
votes.
about 86% or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So it doesn't matter if like all the board members agree or whatever, he could overrule everyone even though he owns less of the company or whatever. So my whole thing is that maybe they're trying to do a thing like the UFC deal where like when the Fertitta brothers sold the UFC, and then I think Dana White owned like 4% of the company.
Uh huh.
He sold his half, but he kept his position as president.
Yes. So he stayed in
So
command,
exactly. So I think he's trying to like sell the company where he's no longer owner, but he still wants to be like executive.
involved. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, things like that. Maybe that's the only thing that can come to my head. Other than that,
And Trout. So there's other rumors to add to what Brian said. Aside from what he said, there's rumors saying that he may put a clause on the sale that they need to keep him as part of management, like creatively, to produce, to continue to do what he was doing prior to his exit. Would you like
I
to
think.
see? Would you like to see Vince back, or would you like
Mm,
Triple H to continue doing what he's been doing?
I like to see Triple H continue what he's doing. I don't want Vince back, and Vince is only doing this for the ego play. I think.
Yeah, I
His
think
ego.
it's. I think it's his ego here. He's like what 77 years old. He could have just stayed
Hmm.
retired, and I don't know. Let's see if there's any traction with this new lawsuit. I don't wish anything bad on anyone, but if there's someone that needs to stay away for their own good right now, it's Vince McMahon.
Triple H is
Fingers
doing good
crossed.
right now
Tr-
too. By the way.
exactly, exactly, Sean. He should have stayed home. Exactly, guys.